In any small business, but especially in S corporations, you might have something that are called mixed expenses. Basically, they're personal items that you use for business. So if you pay for a personal cell phone, but you use it part-time for business, or a personal vehicle, but you use it part-time for business. What this means is that you would pay for those items personally, and then you would reimburse yourself from the business for only the business portion of those items. So if you use your cell phone 60% of the time for business, you'd reimburse yourself for 60% of the cost of your cell phone. The way that you do that is through what's called an accountable plan. So I've built this accountable plan inside of Excel that lists out items that can be reimbursed and the processes to do it. The reason we need this type of an accountable plan is because if we don't have it, then those expenses that we reimburse ourselves suddenly become taxable and need to be added to our W-2s. So we definitely don't want that, because we don't want to be paying more in taxes on things that should be reimbursable business expenses. So we reimburse ourselves through this plan. Now you're welcome to take this plan and print it out and sign it at the bottom so that you have some type of substantiated documentation recognizing that your firm really does use this plan, or keep it here just for your reference. Alongside of this plan is a reimbursement template. If you click on the next tab, at the top, you fill in your information, you fill in the period for which you're submitting these accountable plans. Now, I like to have accountable plans submitted once a quarter. So at the end of each quarter, I'll go in, I'll fill out one of these for any expenses that I have that apply, and then I'll go ahead and submit my reimbursement through payroll. So you fill out your information here, you fill out general reimbursable expenses here. So I would put in, business use of my cell phone, how much did I pay during the period? I use it about 60% or whatever for business, and that automatically calculates the reimbursement amount here in this column for me. Same thing for your home office deduction, same thing for a vehicle deduction. Now for the home office and the vehicle deductions, you need to be thorough. Please fill out every field that applies to you, otherwise the calculations won't work properly. Now when it comes to a vehicle, we are only taking the standard mileage rate. The way that the IRS works is they say you can either take actual expenses or a standard mileage deduction. The standard mileage deduction is pretty straightforward, and it only requires you to keep contemporaneous records of your miles driven throughout the year, both personal and business. So as long as you have that, great, you can take this expense. If you wanted to take actual expenses, there's a much more infinitely complex calculation that goes into determining depreciation on your vehicle, maintaining a schedule of depreciation over the 5 or 6 years that you own the vehicle. If you sell it, we might have to recognize some of the gain. So we're only taking the standard mileage expense in this spreadsheet. It's easier. The IRS has already factored in an amount for depreciation. So you actually do get a better deduction long term by using the standard mileage rate than you would with actual expenses. So please just use the standard mileage rate, and I promise your life will be easier. Down at the bottom here, this is where a summary of all of your general reimbursements and your health insurance reimbursements end up. So you'll come down to the bottom, you'll see what your totals are, and then you'll enter those reimbursements in payroll. And I've got a little video here that you can click on. It's a 20-second video on how to enter these numbers properly into your payroll software to be reimbursed. Now, I will say you need to enter them into your payroll software. Otherwise, at the end of the year, your W-2 doesn't print correctly. Some of these numbers have to go in different places on tax forms. So please make sure to watch my 20-second video so that you enter these expenses correctly.